introduce my amazing guest who is going to be helping a patriot who's close to my heart, Tammy Ellison, the pardon attorney. How you doing, sweetheart?
I'm good. Thank you for having me, Jake.
God bless you. So, Tammy, give me a little bit of a 30-second breakdown of your professional career thus far and where you're at now so people understand the stature of you coming in to help out Edward Kelly is like we've got an inside fighter right now to help us out. Give us a breakdown of your resume.
All right, Jake. You sure you want me to do it? You don't want to do it for
Oh,
them?
no, no, I'd love to hear it right from you.
All right, you guys. Hi, everybody. I am attorney Tammy Allison. I am a former senior attorney with the U.S. Department of Justice. I spent my entire adult life there. I started fresh out of law school at the Office of the Pardon Attorney, where I made presidential pardon recommendations to Presidents Bush, Trump, and Obama. I also am a former federal prosecutor at the U.S. Attorney's Office for D.C., and I ended my career at DOJ working as a senior attorney for the U.S. Federal Bureau of Prisons doing employment law. I quit in 2020, launched my own firm, The Pardon Attorney, where I help people with convictions figure out how to properly get clemency based off of my experience at the U.S. Department of Justice. I also am an on air legal analyst, and after I quit, for some reason, then people in DC called me to run for office. So, as a Texan, I said yes. I ran as a Democrat, but everything that came out of my mouth sounded like a Texan. Pro Second Amendment sounded very red. So, I'm just here to help people get their rights back and understand to focus on the law and the Constitution.
Amen. Thank you. And so, Tammy's coming in as an advisor and possibly even going to represent Edward Kelly, who everybody saw yesterday. We were outside the prison in Blount County, Tennessee, that disgusting political gulag where they're holding my brother like a hostage. The Biden regime, the elements that are still left over in the DOJ and the FBI have they have one captive from January 6th. I mean, there's a few other guys that have been left behind, but they're not facing super serious time. They'll all be home very soon for separate charges and whatnot. But Edward's facing life in prison. And so Tammy has been tasked by the J6 Patriots with, our kind of final front and our final defense trying to prove that Edward's case, his J6 case, and this new weaponized bogus FBI case are inexplicably, and that's not my words, that's actually the prosecutor on Edward's federal case saying they're inexplicably and intrinsically tied together. And so Tammy's going to be helping, working with Mark Brown and George Palace and all of the key players here in Edward's legal defense in order to push the ball over the goal line and get him